No idea if it's exactly 10 o'clock or not, but here I am. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to Fixing It Up. Oh my goodness. It is Wednesday, which is the reflection day where you take a look back and see how your week has gone, and then you take a look forward and see where you want to go. So I am coming from my messy living room. I'm like in front of the window, which is giving me the light that is much better than being in my office right now. Plus my office is going to be hopefully going under a little transformation soon. I'm hoping by Sunday. Gosh, I'm hoping. Our friends gave us like this IKEA shelf that I'm like dying to put together. And if it works, the cat stood on my table. If it works, I want to tell you guys about this because it's an IKEA thing. So I live in Northern California. I live about 2 hours away from Sacramento, and that's where our nearest IKEA is. I'm so sad because I love IKEA. Anyways, so like I said, welcome today. For those who are, I just want to put this little thing out there. For those who are members, remember, we're going live together tomorrow for the members only. I know we should get like jackets. We should like do something like that. We should like wear like a scarf or like a bow in our hair, something fun. I think that would be so awesome because you're actually gonna be able to come on live with me if you feel comfortable. I think there's like a way to like request to come on to the live, and then we can pull you together and we may or may not do a craft. So, okay. So I'm super excited about that. Tomorrow it's gonna be at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So I think I have a friend she lives Central Time, and I think that's 2 hours ahead. I'm not sure. But anyways, so tomorrow the members and I will be going live. And like I said, if y'all want to come on together, I think it would be awesome. We can totally do that. But today I will be heading over to the Dollar Tree and grabbing those picture frames. And I'm going to be going to the hardware store to get some cement because, as I promised, I want to do some cement bowls. I've got a bunch of planters. I'm looking at them right now. I've got a bunch of plants that I think would look super cute in a concrete planter. And then you're going to be able to decorate it and do all those fun things. And it's incredibly easy. I like to put succulents in them. It's incredibly easy to make. And I think once you see this, you're going to be like, what? And they go in a store for a ridiculous amount of money. So you can get a bag of cement for under $10, and then it's like pancake batter. You just add a little water and mix it, and then get yourself some Pam spray, and then you just go to town. And I highly recommend that you go to the thrift store if you're looking for anything, you'll see, to make like bowls or anything like that, because obviously you don't want to spend a lot of money on bowls when you're just going to be using concrete in them. But I will be doing that. So tomorrow's Thursday. I'm hoping tomorrow that I will be able to get out to my patio. It is screaming hot. I think today it's going to be like 95. It's been 103 the last 2 days. So those two projects will be coming up, and I still want to do my products review, which I think I'm going to do again tonight because there's a bunch of stuff that I'm dying to do with my craft room, my office, a mess. But those are the projects, and I also, it got me thinking the other day, or was it yesterday or today, this morning? I heard it this morning too, but I think it was last night, where I heard that this young tennis player, I don't know her name specifically, so I'm not going to try to even attempt to say it, but I don't know if you guys heard, there's like this young tennis star who didn't want to do a press conference because it just messes with her mental state. And so she declined, and so they're like, okay, possibly, or there is like a $50,000 fine. And then if you keep doing this, refusing to talk to press before your tournaments, we're eventually just going to keep fining you, and then you can get in even more trouble. And she's like, you know what, I just don't think this is for me right now, because my mental health is way more valuable than a tennis match. And so I know last month was Mental Health Awareness Month, but I think that this is something that should be talked about all the time. And it really got me thinking because I was watching Oprah's This Is the Me That You Don't See. I don't know if anybody's watched that. It's on Apple Plus TV. I happen to have it because I have an iPhone, and so it was just automatically on there. And it's something that you don't even have to watch. So I was like, I watch TV on my phone all the time, but because I'm always on the move. But you can actually just listen to this. It was legit like going to a therapy lesson. I mean, I was crying. I was like, wow. It brought up so much stuff that I didn't even realize that I'm still dealing with. And for those who don't know, I went to therapy for a year and a half to change my life, and it worked. And I was taught that therapy is a bad thing, and that mental health we don't talk about, because if you need mental health, then you're considered crazy, and all of the negative things that go along with it. But I had to do it for me because I was legit like on a hamster wheel. Like I was like, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm drowning and I'm on this hamster wheel of hell, and I don't know how to get off no matter what I do. But it was things that I needed to deal with, and I dealt with, and things have since then been going good for me. And so when I listen to Oprah's This Is the Me That You Don't See, Prince Harry's on there, Lady Gaga, a couple of other people that I wasn't too familiar with, talking about their mental health and how some people are still struggling, and how some people, where they were able to overcome. I do have notes I want to just, because I was just like, oh my God. If you have never been to therapy, and you're like, I don't know, just listen to the show. If you know a friend that has an iPhone, like, let me borrow your login or whatever so I can just hear this, because I think everybody should just hear at least the first 20 minutes of it. And another reason why I wanted to bring this to you guys is because I know that a lot of people, when they are struggling like mentally, the best place or where they find solace and where they find comfort is in creating. And that's what this channel is all about. It's all about creating and crafting, because you kind of just like lose yourself in that. And so when you've had a hard day, a lot of people go and read a book, or they're like, you know what, let me just paint, or let me play the piano. And so I know the creativity side of it is an escape. And again, that's why I wanted to just like touch on this today, because again, I think mental health is so important. And especially off of the year that we just had, or year and a half that we just had, I know either people who thought they were doing great, like fell into this thing that they don't know anything about. And they're like, wait a minute, I know I'm not crazy. I know like all of the, like what's happening to me. And so mental health is super, super close to my heart, because I dealt with it, and I didn't realize watching Oprah that I'm still dealing with it. Like I'm still dealing with being, I guess, not dealing with problems, because I don't want to say problem. I'm just continuing my mental health journey. That's what, because nobody says like everybody has a health journey. Why can't we have a mental health journey? You know what I'm saying? So anyways, that's the reason why I wanted to talk about this on here, for just touch on it. And Harry said something that was just like so moving. He said, mental illness doesn't go away with therapy. You have to work on it every day, which is like so true. And that's where I was like, oh my gosh, I really do. Yes, I totally agree. It's mental health is 100% the one thing that you need to take care of before your physical health or anything like that. Mental health is the thing that runs everything. So you have to, and yes, creating is the most positive thing. I mean, I see where people, have been in depression and then create these beautiful masterpieces, because that was how they were able to get out all the things they were feeling, and you're just like, wow, but yes. So you always have to work on it. And then also he said, where is that? He said that pain that isn't transformed is transmitted, and that you project what you don't deal with, and I was like, stop me in my tracks. I was like, that is so true, and when I look back on my life prior to everything, I transmitted, Yes, depression is a real thing. I just saw a comment. Depression is a real thing. I didn't realize that I had it for years. I didn't realize I had it. And because I was in my 20s and my 30s, I was drinking. But I thought, oh, I'm drinking because I'm in my 20s, and that's what we do. We like go to clubs, we go to parties, we drink with our girlfriends, and then but like I was like, I feel like I'm on this hamster wheel because I'm not achieving the things that I know that I'm capable of. And I couldn't figure out why, even though alcohol was a huge factor, but I just kept rationalizing it because I was young. So, but now I don't drink or anything like that anymore. And I realized that that was my problem. And I had a problem. I was an alcoholic and I had to deal with that as well. So yeah, I transmitted a lot of pain. And so now that I've transformed my pain into something positive, now I project that onto everybody else. And again, I didn't even think of this because I went through so much during the pandemic because again, with everybody, we our whole lives changed, no matter what shape, way, or form, it all changed. For me, I lost a lot of things that I didn't realize that I even needed, and, I didn't realize that I was dealing with grief because grief isn't just about losing someone. It's about losing what is important to you. And I was like, what? So here I thought it was just anxiety and all this other stuff. And I'm like, yes, good for you, Lori. But I was dealing with grief on top of everything else. And I realized that's why I cried a lot, even though I was like the person sitting in front of my birthday cake, blowing out my candles in a big party, but crying, trying to blow out candles. That's how I felt all of last year. I felt like I was at a party, dancing and then crying at the same time because I'm like, I should be happy for what's going that for the position that I was in, but I was crying because I was grieving a lot of things that I didn't for the life that I had lost. Does that make sense? But that I was like, oh my God, thank you for saying that because I had no idea what I was experiencing. And, of course, part of my healing is talking about it with you guys. And I know a lot of people didn't expect for me to talk about mental health right now. They're like, girl, we just want to know what crafts you got planned, what product you're wanting to talk about. I know this is completely wait, what? And I was like, you know what? That's why I hinted at it when I put a Wisdom Wednesday, because I'll tell you right now, I am not the smartest person in the world. I am far from that. Everything that I speak is 99% my opinion and 99.9% my experience. But I just know that, yes, oh my gosh, Anita. Okay, so Anita, girl, I'm telling you, so Oprah was talking about some of, oh, this is gonna make me cry. So she talked about, do you feel truly loved? And Oprah said, Oprah said that she never really felt truly loved. And she's like, she talked about an experience with her mom and all of these other things. And she's like, where I felt truly loved? In school. She had a couple of teachers, and there was one in particular that she had brought to the Oprah Winfrey show. And she was like, you're the one person that I knew that had my back 100%. And so, yes, teachers, without a doubt, play a huge role. I bow down to you guys because teachers play a huge role because I grew up in a household where I never felt loved. And I know a lot of things I'm only 42, but back in the day, kids were seen and not heard kind of deal in my house and in my community. And so there wasn't, and then having a mom with disabilities and the situation that I grew up in, there was not love in our house, which is what made me so emotional when do you feel truly loved? And again, that has a lot to do with your mental state and all of that because it does get you. So anyways, so I wanted to talk, if you guys haven't seen The Me You Can't See, I'm only on episode 2, but I took a bath and I was just like sitting there, just like glued to my phone. And you know, like Lady Gaga said in The Hair, she goes, you know, I don't share my story for the tears. Like, don't cry for me. I've already done the crying myself. And that's exactly, I don't want anybody to cry for me or feel sorry because I've already dealt with a lot of it. What I do is I share my story for you to have an open heart for the next person that you see. When I see people and I see people that are angry, or even if they're like nasty to me or whatever, like Oprah said, what happened to you? Not what happened to you like in a negative way, but like what happened to you? Because I know the scars and the battles and all of that stuff that I carry with me, but I got help and I was fortunate enough to do that and be brave enough to do that. But I always think, what happened to you? You know, when I see people that lash out on social media and they leave rude comments, you know, instead of me getting, you know, on my keyboard and then, you know, snapping back and like saying something awful, which is so easy to do. You know, I say it in my mind, but, you know, but then I'm like, and then I check myself because I'm like, wait a minute, even if I'm thinking it and I'm not putting it out there, I'm like, wait a minute, Sandra, what if you were just having a bad day and then you just snapped at somebody and their response was to snap back at you? Yeah, exactly. Sorry, I just read another comment, but like, I would hope that if I was having a bad day or having a moment and I snapped at somebody, that somebody would say like, hey girl, like, are you okay? Like, what happened to you? Instead of like having a knee-jerk reaction to be mean to me, because I know that just saying that, those 3 words, like, what happened to you, is like the biggest hug in the whole wide world. And people are so quick to just attack. And so I always have to like check myself if I'm in that situation where I'm like, I feel like I want to react in a negative way. I'm always like, damn, like what happened to you? And like legit, like when I say, how are you? I'm asking like, how are you? Like, and some people are like, fine. And then they walk off. I'm like, well, I was hoping that we'd have a conversation, you know, but I truly do care about people. It's just my thing. That's why I was in the service industry for so long, because I genuinely invest in people, whether they want me to do it or not. I'm always like, I'll be your best friend. So, and they're like, ugh, this girl won't leave our table. So anyways, so yeah, so if you get a chance, listen to the Oprah show. I think even if you don't struggle with any kind of mental illness, mental issues, anything like that, and I hate even calling it a mental illness. It's not an illness. It is life. I mean, like, we don't call anything else an illness, but like that we're working on, just our minds. Like, I don't understand, like, you know, but that is what it is. But yeah, so anyways, let's jump. Yeah, we are friends, Lori. We're besties. So yeah, so I just wanted to just touch on that and just put it out there that I am a person that somebody can come to if they have questions, if they have thoughts, if they have anything, if they just want to chat. And have you ever been that person where you're just like, can I just like talk to you? I don't want a response. I don't want you to feel sorry. I don't want anything. I just need someone to listen to me. I've been there many times. And so I'm that person. And I always want to be very clear about that, because again, mental health is my passion. So anyways, we're going to be doing 2 projects. Like I said, the picture frame project, which we're going to turn into a little tray. We're going to do the concrete thing. And today, speaking of mental health, I had such a hard weekend. And then yesterday I went back to work. Well, I worked Monday and Tuesday, and it was really busy. So today I'm kind of like taking a little bit of a me day. I've got Hometown on the TV. We're going to rearrange my living room. And, oh, yes, I did, Monday, I did a day in the life with moi. And I'm going to share it with you guys, because I want to show you like how my life is on a regular day. And I know some people will be like, she don't do that on a regular day. Yes, I do. That is why today I am taking a break today. I will check comments. I'm going to upload that video, and I have a soap tutorial that I wanted to show you guys. So I'm going to upload those too, and they're already edited. Boop, boop. So you don't have to wait. I'm going to jump on that afterwards. Don't forget, members, we're going to do live tomorrow at 4. If you choose Pacific Standard Time, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, if you feel like coming on and joining the group, I think that'd be awesome. And also, members, think of something that we should do. I don't care what it is. Like I love dressing up. I love costumes. I'll wear it all. So like, if you're like, we should wear like a little bandana around our wrist or whatever, I think that would be super fun. Like if we can go to the dollar store and like grab something, or maybe like once, you know, we all like run out to the dollar store and grab this one item. Oh my God, I love this. I love this. So anyways, have a fabulous Wednesday. Remember, today is reflection day. It is not hump day. Take a look back, see how your week has been, what happened, what was good, what was bad. Take a look forward. What do you want to take with you for the rest of the week and then into the weekend? So yeah, that's what I'm doing today. And then I hope I'm gonna get a pedicure. I haven't had one in years because I'm like, why am I gonna pay someone to do something that I could do? Crafters, you know, we have that mentality. I own probably 100 nail polishes, and I use them once every 6 months, just like my craft room. I got a ton of stuff that I use once in a blue moon. But anyways, happy Wednesday, and I shall talk to you guys again very soon. Don't forget tomorrow live, and then Sunday, of course, live. But yeah, have a positive week, and I will talk to you guys later. I just set up a fill. I wish I could do my nails. Look at my nails. Look at this. Look at this. It's the worst. I don't even know what to do. Bye, guys.